Alright guys, welcome back to another recap. Today was just a botched day. I started off really good, really strong, got myself up to $700 profit within the first 5-10 minutes of market open. And then I think I took a red tray and then a bigger red tray and then another red tray, and then I was down to negative $200 on the day. And after that, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to downsize, get back to break even. If I can, great. If not, I'm gonna call it a day and just minimize my loss here. Not spiral, not get into my emotions, and then make this into a big rate, because that's usually what happens when these green to red days. So I knew I was going to just try to make it small, and I did just that and come back to trade another day. So if you want to see me trade live tomorrow, go hit the notification bell and subscribe to my YouTube channel down below. And I go live 15 minutes before market open, and you can see every single trade that I take. You can also do it on tradecaster.com, but the majority of the people are, and the majority of the people are chatting and calling out their plays on as the day is going by as well. So with that being said, guys, a red day recap, and let me go over my trades. So the first stock that I traded at the open was PGY, and PGY out of the gates just ripped through yesterday's highs. Yesterday's highs was 2150, and PGY opened up this morning, kind of tried, pulled back, and then it decided to just fly up to that level, 2150. Whereas where I decided to jump in, 2150 was yesterday's high, which is this line right here. I took that trade at 2120. So scalping it for a high of day breakout, and then it looks like I actually might have either sold or re-added on that play. So I added back at 21.28 and was able to take these shares all the way up 60 cents, all the way up to 22.85, and looks like that's it. So 22.85. So on that play, I immediately got up. I don't know what it was, 600 or something shares on the day. And then I re-added for that pullback to see if we continue on going higher. I lost a little bit on that play, or actually I made a little bit on that play, sorry. That's the one I re-added. So then I was sitting at like $680 profit, something like that. And then I pulled back, and at this point I was looking at a 5-minute, candle. 5 minutes, let me see, bounce. So, oh, you can't see it now. I was looking for this pivot right here of pre-market, which is 2172, which is this candle right here. So 2172, I was like, let me try to scoop up some shares here and then recover all the way higher to see if we keep making highs. And that was the trade that killed me on this stock. Well, not killed me, but I gave profits back. I gave about $200 profit back. And so I lost on that dip play here and stopped out there. It got halted and then resumed lower, which I was able to fully get out. Not another VRAX play from yesterday that got stuck in a halt. That could have been two halts on the way down. So that was probably close to $520 profit, if I remember, on those trades there. And then I came back during this moment here. I honestly did not think PGY had another high of day, but it actually gave us another opportunity, and I was able to take this again from 22.9 high of day breakout of $23 to 23.11, sold on the other side, and then small paper cut up here with 100 shares at 24.55 and sold at 24.52. So this was my bigger green trade of the day. I made $557 on this one. After this one, I did jump into, let's see, let me move this to the side so I can keep seeing, talking to you guys. So after this trade, I actually went over to BWB, I believe. BWB was my next trade. Yep, right here, BWB, and I took a small paper cut. I wanted to add for a break of high of days, $4. I wanted a $4 break and pull away from $4, so I added at 397. It looks like I took them out 397, and then again I tried another little bit of a dip entry here at 391. Kind of finding this pivot here, trying to catch a little bit of a bounce to take it back up above $4, but I did catch a fade, a flush on this one, and so I took about a 15-cent loss on that play, which put me down $90. At this point, I was like, you know what, it's okay. I went from $700 down to $500, and now I was up about $450 on the day. And I was like, you know what, still a green day, and let me take it trade by trade, and then move on, and then keep going back to that green side, right? I was not in my emotions at all. But then this is where disaster happened. I came back and not came back. I went and traded Tide, and this was where I lost the majority of my profit today in my biggest red trade today. So this stock actually halted right under 150 and then resumed below 150, and I almost clicked the punch button right below 150 because it stalled right there at like 146, 47, 48, and I was like, I want this 151, I want this 150 break. It didn't break it. It did break it, but I didn't jump in, and it broke from 150 all the way up to almost 80, 30 cents a share that I left out. I decided to jump in here for a quick scalp and see if this wanted to keep going up to $2. Got in at 163 and sold at 168, so very small profit. And this is the trade that killed me. So that was 500, and I kept 1,000 shares from here. I kept 1,000 shares here, and I knew that the halt level might be a place where people might buy it and kind of a pivot play on this stock, right? Let me see if you can even see it on the. This stock is actually moving after hours. I hadn't seen it. So kind of this pivot here of the halt, right? And I was like, you know what? 144 looks to me like it's the play. Looks to me like it's the place to turn around. So I bought closer to that. I bought in at 148, so 4 cents above 144. And now I'm in this stock, I think for 3,500 shares, something like that. And in myself, I was saying, okay, 144 is the pivot. 144 is the pivot. And I chickened out. I was like, you know what? I cannot increase my loss today. I cannot go back down so much. And so I decided to stop out right here at 144. Literally the bottom of this candle. And then immediately afterwards, it starts recovering. And this trade right here lost me about $200, $300 on that trade. Stopped out and then it started recovering, and then I was like, you know what, maybe this does have another high up day, maybe it will break that 180, maybe it will squeeze all the way up to $2. So I was like, let me try it again. I jumped in small profits, and then on this little bit of a breakout, this candle actually ripped lower first, and then I saw buy orders instantly go through time and sells, and at this point I was like, this thing is going to rip. So I punched it in, bigger share size, 2,500 shares. I bought somewhere up here and instantly flushed on me and stopped somewhere down here. So I lost about another $200, $300 on that trade. So instantly down $600 on this trade now, and instantly down $200 on the day now. So I went from $700 to negative $200 on the day. And then after that, I took small trades for the rest of the day, which one of those was Teva, which honestly, this probably was the best trade I took all day. Just took a small share size and grabbed my profit a little too fast. So on this one, I was looking for a pivot play. Teva has highs of 911, and so I thought, okay, we might come up and test those highs. So I'm going to take this pivot play here and add right there at 870. And I did, and I immediately got my play. I even put my stop loss on this one, which is this candle right below. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give myself 10 cents to stop. If I lose this trade, that's $100. I'm okay with losing another $100. But I'm going to see if I hit a good winner. And I immediately start showing 70 profit, $80 profit, $90 profit, and I was like, you know what? I think I have to grab this. Today is a red day. I just want to minimize it. My job is to minimize this red day, so I'm going to take my profit. And I took my profit right there for 50 bucks. I think it pulled back down a little bit. 50 bucks profit would have played out, and then actually would have kept going higher. I don't know that I would have stopped out completely. So I'm from 870 down to 860. I wouldn't have even stopped out, so technically I would still be holding now if I hadn't closed it out. But oh well, always hindsight 2020. So I made back a little bit of money here, and then the other trade that I came back was the PGY trade here that I was able to make a little bit more money. That took me from negative $200 on the day to negative $100 on the day. So I minimized it by $100. Kind of botched the day. After that, I was like, you know what? Today is a slow day. There's no need for me to be trading. There's no need for me to be trying to remake $100. If it means I end up today red, then I'll end today red and I'll live to trade another day. And that's exactly what I did. I still turned it off and I walked away and I left everything else move. So that's it for this recap, guys. If you enjoy these recaps, please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then let me know what you guys want to see next. I do have a couple of recommendations already about my Thinkorswim setup. I've some of them about my PC. I've just been pretty busy working on my course. It should be out in 2 weeks now. I'm gonna say 2 weeks, line in the sand now. 2 weeks is gonna be completely out. So once I get all that done, I'll have some more free time to create some more videos for you guys right here on YouTube. Other than that, guys, you guys have a good one, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the live trading, hopefully.